flash mob concert was held at Shanghai Library East on November 18th. Musicians participating in the event were from the Philadelphia Orchestra, which many Chinese are familiar with. To celebrate the 50th anniversary of its visit to China, the Philadelphia Orchestra toured China to perform and conduct cultural exchanges. The orchestra first visited China in 1973, kickstarting a journey of cooperation between China and U.S. artists and exchanges between the two peoples.
It was my first trip outside of the United States, and remember coming into the Beijing airport, and Beijing at that time was nowhere near the big city it is. I vividly remember is that there were so many bicycles.
Aged 73, David Booth is the violinist of the orchestra. He was 23 when he visited China as a member of the orchestra 50 years ago.
It was 1992 that we came back again. And then China was totally different. The cities of Beijing, Shanghai were pretty much beginning to look like it does now.
We stayed in the Hyatt. It's right next door to that. I think at that time it was almost the highest building in China.
Staying in a hotel, and my window faced a lot in the back where they were building a building, and I could see every day they finished like a new floor. It was really pretty amazing how quickly the cities developed and built up.
Over the past 5 decades, David Booth has traveled to China 14 times with the orchestra. Behind this lies the long-standing connection and profound friendship between the Philadelphia Orchestra and Chinese audiences, musicians, cultural and artistic institutions, as well as academic organizations.
You know, music has the power to convey thoughts and ideas where words alone cannot. And that sentiment we take very, very seriously. And it embodies the work and the connection we have with people of China. Whether we're giving a lecture, or whether we're coaching students, as we're doing here at Shanghai Tech today, whether we're performing music, all of those types of activities embody what we would do even if we brought the full orchestra.
I will say that with the Philadelphia Orchestra, we travel all over the world, as I'm sure you're aware of, and play in many, many different countries. But there are nowhere else in the entire world that we have developed the close relationship that we have with China.
When we first came in 1973, we've heard time and again, it was symbolic that people could start playing classical music, and they would want to have their children starting to study classical music. And the result of that within, 20 to 30 years was producing artists like Yu Wang, Lang Lang.
When we first came to China, we didn't have Asian people in our orchestra. And I mean, now we do. That's one of the big changes, I think, throughout the world. And we have quite a few Chinese musicians, including our principal cellist, who is Hai Yi, who is a fantastic, fantastic cellist. So, I mean, really, that's how close our relationship goes. I mean, with working side by side, our close friends, China has become a part of us.
We spend so much time here. We've developed so many great relationships with different organizations. We've spent the last 50 years here. of course, we take parts of the culture with us. We're exchanging our culture, but we too are accepting things that are offered to us from this culture. And so I think that makes us really good at being able to interpret more realistically and authentically the music that we hear here and experience here, and be able to share that with audiences all over.
I love it.
Childhood youth touristic estate.
I think this is my favorite.
Is that a scorpion?
A dragon.
Oh, dragon.
The profound friendship that is deeply embedded in the hearts of our two peoples and renewed from generation to generation. Let's welcome our friends to join us.
I just think it's just important to reiterate how music can touch people. It is a language all into itself, and it transcends spoken language, politics, geography, problems. It has a way to connect us, and being able to be on this trip with my colleagues has really had a profound impact on me, because I get to see firsthand how what we do inspires other people.